So I'm going to make a response to a video called Why is SCV the greatest StarCraft Brood War unit, which used to be called Why is it the most complicated StarCraft Brood War unit. And I'm going to make the case that the drone is actually more complicated than the SCV. And one of the first points that the video makes is that SCV has the most commands, but actually the drone has the same amount of commands if you count burrow instead of repair. And if you want to count going to make the extractor, you can stop making it and you get the drone back, right? So while the command is actually on the building itself, this does kind of give drones a super ability, if you will. So what am I talking about that drones are more complicated? There are a few things. So for example, if you're getting cannon rush, right? You cannot normally go through here. But if you take the drones and then you start telling them to make extractors. Let's try that again. Well, you see this one pops out here. But you can actually make multiple drones. You know, once you grab them, make them, oh, go here, here. And now, you know, you can actually pop out multiple drones on that side if you practice this, right? So this what makes it difficult to actually master the construction of buildings with drones, because they don't. Okay, so now we can try to go here, and I still haven't figured out how to make it properly do it. Right, and then you cancel, and then you try to get both of them in there to kind of block that probe from building anything. And then once you're done killing the probe, you will go back. Let's try again. Of course you can just pop out from here like this. That's easy, right? But one drone cannot pop out by itself, so this is where you try to just get it out like this. It's difficult because it tries to get popped out on this side. Maybe it's not even worth it until you kill the pylon. Yeah, maybe from this position, it's just difficult. Or maybe if you start somewhere else. Because remember, the drone makes different paths to the building. Another complication here is that depending on the distance from the extractor, it will fly at a different angle. But anyway. Let's move on to the next ability. So, drones also have burrow ability, like other units, but the burrow ability can, in fact, let you do those kind of tricks as well. So if you burrow, unburrow, you know, you push out the probe, and burrow lets you use the magic box trick, where the vessels will actually stack if they're far enough away, right? They're stacked. And this is not moving. And another one is, if you have irradiate on the drone, you can cure it by making any building, and it will restore the drone's health to full. So this is the drone superpower, actually, right? You think that SCV is awesome, but actually the drones have moving shot. Let's just go here. Because it's an allied unit, it's harder, but I have to actually manually attack. But this is almost impossible to do this, right? It's possible, but clearly, if I'm having difficulty with the drone doing this, it's going to be even harder with an SCV. So nobody actually tries it. And this is something you can do to deny the probe scout, right? If it's not trying to run away, but it's just inside your base, you can move and shot. Another thing you can do is if you want to prevent the probe from going into your base, there's a spot where it's in the middle of the ramp. You can hold position with another flying unit, like, you know, so the drone doesn't have this command. But it's not the spot. Let's try again. Middle. No. A little bit up.
Transmit orders.
It's hard to see, like, where the exact thing on the ramp is.
Transmit orders.
Oh. Here?
We have you on visual.
And yes, the probe cannot get up here. And if it's an enemy probe, you know, the drone will try to fight back. So that's another trick you can do. You cannot do it really that well with SCVs or probes because you don't have an overlord. If I make an overlord, I can do this. But you cannot do this normally to block the ramp. The workers can get baited down, right? But if you have the overlord, you can do that. And there's another thing that I want to update. The video said that the mining rates for drones like 70 minerals a minute. It's not quite correct. So here, you can do this with the overlord. I know it won't move. Even though it doesn't have this command, you know, still it's holding position and it's blocking the ramp. So let's get into the actual mining rates. The rates for each mineral are actually different for each mining structure. So meaning the resource return structure, and depends on the boosting as well. So for example, I have an image that shows you what the actual rates are for Zerg, because I just measured them. And they're not actually as accurate as I said, but here. I'll show you for one of the standard. So you can see that you have the top mineral patches kind of okay, and then these two are the best, the 3 and 4. So we'll number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And this one is pretty good as long as you mine from this corner here. And you can actually boost this one sometimes, but it's not like guaranteed. And this one is quite alright, but you know, these two are of course just fine. And the last patches you want to mine are these 3, right? This is the general pattern. If you don't have this patch, don't worry about it. It's the worst one anyway. And for this one, you want to boost at the corner. If you have a perfect boost, it's closer to that 75 mineral one. That's about how fast the boosting patches are. And the top or bottom here is not a big difference. This one's already like quite fast. Here you want to kind of do a boost with the pool. So I'll show you the left side boosts. So the left side boosts would be as follows. Let's switch to back over to the game. Okay. So I have a map where it just spawns me at the left side. Actually select the component, I didn't set it up. Anyway, so right. So I'm mining like the fastest map, but this one I have to go up here, and I click on this to boost that one a little bit more. And this one I can go here, here, here. Fuck. Anyway, I messed it up. So again, this one is kind of like meh, but I drag it up like this, and I move this larva to the side. Ah, why didn't it go? Oh. Let's try again. Go. And I did not boost that one yet. I'll boost it later. And we forgot to boost this one, but you get the idea. You can boost these two patches by doing just a click on the mineral like this, and they will return faster. And this one you can just send it off to mine, but you have to make sure you're kind of mining from the corner, but not exact corner. Then it will be faster than you. So here, I'll try to make it boost, but it's... You have to like... make sure it's not boosting... Oh. Yeah, it's really cool. It's like very slow because we messed it up. But you get the idea. Now, this one boosts automatically. You still have to boost this one. You still have to semi-boost this one. This will only be a little bit faster, so this is the priority boosting. And then, okay, you get the idea. So this is the left side. You just have to practice it. You can see I messed it up a couple of times. And then we have also the right side, which I already made a video on. And you also have this new map where, so I'll show you the right side just so you can see what the right side mining rates actually are. And this will be this one, right? So this, without the return cargo boost, is actually quite slow patch because it mines the middle of the hatchery. But with the return cargo boost, more like 75, so these two become the same. And you should always mine this one from the bottom. From the top, it's only a little bit slower, but like it'll be mining in the same place most of the game because you don't make that many workers as Zerg. So you probably want to make sure when you split to this batch first. And you also want to boost this one. So like 76.19 seems to be like the fastest you can mine with the drone. And this one you can also kind of make it return cargo here to make it slightly faster. Probably just makes it 76. And this one you can manually boost, but it's like easier when you have this patch to click onto, so you can do the same thing as you did with the other one. If you don't have this patch, kind of just forget it and just boost these two. And this one you just have to mine vertical, so you can't mine from the corner because it'll start doing this kind of thing. But if you go vertical, that's corner to corner. So it can't be right on the edge here, but right here. And then you'll get the fast mining, right? So this will be like split to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be your fifth worker, and then the rest are like kind of not that fast, so like 60 something. Doesn't really matter, you know. And the one that's from the top is here. Let's select this one, and this is the normal top one, right? Where you have this like really slow patch because it goes like really far diagonally, but the rest of the patch is quite fast if you mine from the corners like this, you know, 74, 74, This one auto boosts, so it gives you that 76 maximum mining rate. This is just basically the fastest you're gonna go. And then like these ones are quite decent, but you should want to prioritize like boosting this one. You can boost it with return cargo again, and then you just kind of fill out the front ones, these ones, and then finally this last terrible one. So if you don't have this patch, then I guess you have to mine this one faster. So this one has the same unboosted rate as the right side minerals, so they are on Apocalypse exactly the same, but the left side is much worse. So the gas here, not pictured, but it's to the left side, and it's basically 100 gas per minute. So left and top gas positions, they are pretty much equivalent, but sometimes the top one, based on the pathing, can be as fast as like overall a little bit, like 101 or something like that, or like a couple of ticks per worker faster, but not that much. So the newer map has a different setup, and we're gonna go back to the game, and that's in ladder. And which one is it? Yes, Dominator. Right. So this one, for example, lacks this 67 mineral one, but adds the stupid 61. So this one is even worse than before. Before you had 9 patches that are quite fair, except you just have to do this boosting thing to equalize. And now it's even worse because you don't have like a decent one. You have a really crappy patch. Okay. Okay, let's just okay, and this one is actually really interesting because they redesigned this whole thing. And like all of these patches mine really fast because they mine just diagonally. Wait, let me fix it. You can mine from here, or you can mine from the other side, I guess. So yeah, this vertical mining is fast. This one boosts. Let's see where. So here, I guess this is not that good, but just vertical like this is fine. Alright, so anywhere on this side is good. And this one boosts, this one goes straight, and it just goes to the corner. Great. And corner here, corner to corner. Amazing, right? All of these are like fast patches. So this is like one of the few ones where all the patches are fast, and this one is not that slow. It's a different patch, right? They remade it. But you need to, this is the only one you need to boost. And so I'll show you this boost. So, you know, you start wherever and you drag it down. And this one is like interfering with us, but we can try. Okay, drag it down. Basically try to drag it down to the corner. Oh god. Let's try again. Maybe don't drag it as much. So I need to still practice this one because this is like a different setup and I didn't practice this much. So yeah, this one is faster if you just drag it a few pixels down. But it will actually boost if you time it right. So let's try it. Let's see. So yeah, if you mistime it, it won't actually benefit you. Of course you want to... If it's like normal, let's see what happens. It goes here. Still goes to the corner, but not quite fast. It's like 70. It's still quite okay because it does mine from the corner. If you drag it too much, you actually slow it down. And if you do it too early, you also slow it down. So this one is like, you can try the boost, but it seems to be actually quite difficult to make it go faster than normal. But it does exist. There we go, kind of turned around fast. It's not the boost variation, but quite alright. So you can try, but as you can see, it's a difficult boost. So this is one of the few ones where like you're not actually going for too many boosts. You can just focus on whatever else. Yeah, and it's quite fast for like not being boosted. So actually it's like my favorite spawn because you don't have to boost. You can just do your build. And I hope like they make all the other spawns like this, because like, I mean, come on, like I show you 3-4 different boosts on each location other than this one, and this one is like an annoying boost that barely gives you anything if you can pull it off. And I'm not even getting like a full boost. I don't know. So the actual mining rates I posted in the Team Liquid thread, it's like significantly faster unboosted than the other ones. But that should be kind of the goal. It's like you want fast mining in the beginning to kind of get the game started and make the builds feel kind of smooth. So I hope they they create more of these ones, less of the bottom one where it's like you still have all the boosts. They took away one that you don't have to boost, and then they made like a slow one. So I don't like the setup here bottom. They actually ruined it. And there's a right one that's changed, but it didn't change that much. Okay, so the difference is they no longer have this boosting patch or this maybe sometimes boostable patch, so you have to like split differently. So maybe like this. Ah, I messed up the positioning of this one. I need to fix it. So now we boost this one. Right. Yeah, the boost here. And the rest are kind of the same, except this one is like slow. So you don't want to mine this one too much because it doesn't... This one is the fast patch. It's like equivalent of the 8 for Zerg. This one is the slow patch. Maybe there's a boost here. It doesn't seem like really that fast. But anyway, this modification I have nothing against. But it's like, it's kind of the same. It doesn't do much, except now you can output the pool here. So I'm not sure what the point is. Maybe for other races it does something good, but yeah, I don't know why they remade the minerals in this map, but they didn't actually fix the issues of like, hey, I have to boost this stupid mineral, right? Like, you can just take this one away and do something else, right? Like put it here. But there you have it. Drones are difficult to boost, have lots of abilities, have even their attack is like difficult to control because you have to do moving shots sometimes. And of course they also do this walking through other drones things, so you can stack them and attack with them. So I think learning just about drones is actually some of the most complicated and some of the most interesting thing about StarCraft. So while SCVs are also very complicated, I don't think repair is quite as much of a superpower as, you know, being able to completely restore your health and debuffs, remove all the debuffs as the drone, and uh, I think they were used to be able to fly, but from my testing, it's been patched unless somebody knows how to restore that in the remastered, because I tried it a lot and seems like they did a good job. In the early remastered, they could fly, but now I can't reproduce it anymore. So thanks for watching.